And so for the people who are watching us and don't know who you are, could you explain a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Sure, sure. My name is Stanley. I'm 30 years old. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 10 plus years. Started when I was 17 years old. Started working in the online space, doing network marketing, selling products, and then started working with other brands and companies, working in various different fields. Then I started learning how to trade in the foreign exchange markets. Started trading in the foreign exchange market. Started making some money there. Then people started coming up to me asking me if I could teach them how to trade. Started teaching people how to trade. Quit my job, started traveling the world when I was around 25, 26 years old, and ultimately met you in Thailand. And from there, just continuously working on different brands, different industries, and different products and services. So yeah, I'm pretty much an entrepreneur that likes to help other people get to their goals.
Yeah, yeah, Stan's the man. He is definitely one of the best clients that I've ever worked with in my life. He is a very straightforward individual, when it comes to understanding how to identify a problem and then how to solve a problem. And so working with Stanley has been amazing for us. And also, just from my knowledge in industry, I've learned so much from Stanley, in relation to sales, relation to marketing, related to Forex trading, and mindset mastery. So if you guys are ever looking for somebody to mentor you, to give you advice, to give you access to credit, give you access to loans, give you access to a better life, please do reach out to my boy Stanley. His information will be in the description. What's up, Stanley? How's it going?
Going good, Chris. How about you?
Very good, brother. Very good. Very good. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me today, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, this would just kind of be like a chit chat for us to kind of talk about our experience working together.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've been working together for maybe about 3 or 4 months now.
Yeah.
Um, Having worked on your personal brand as well as the automations that you've done with your personal brand, looking at sort of the programs that we have created. I was just saying, what was the biggest pain points in your business at the time when we started working together? And
Okay.
what do you think that we were able to achieve from your initial standpoint?
Okay. So one of my biggest things was, um, I didn't have a lead capture page. So I've been doing business on online social media for over 10 years. And in those 10 years, I've probably talked to over 10,000 people and I've done over 1,000 plus sales. But all of those 10,000 people that I talked to, I never captured them as a lead. So a lot of times they just, if somebody would talk to me, they didn't do business with me, then I never had a way to follow up with them. I never had a way to track them as a lead. If I started a new business, if I had a new product I was launching, there was no way for me to reach out to that person and say, hey, I'm launching a new product. You should come try it out. This can help you. So one of my biggest pain points was I didn't capture my leads for over 10 years and I have lost out on building an email list of over 10,000 people, a lead list of over 10,000 people. And working with you, I was able to solve that and finally start capturing my leads moving forward.
Amazing, amazing, brother. And so, what are the sort of strategies that you're using for lead generation and lead capture at the moment?
So, lead generation for me is very simple. I work mainly on social media, and it's a mixture of documenting my lifestyle, putting out educational content, entertaining content related to the products and services that I'm offering, or even inspirational, motivational content to help people get into the right mindset to be able to need my products and services for their everyday life. So I generate leads using those mediums and avenues. And as far as capturing the leads, now they're working with you. I was able to create my landing page, and we got that done and set up in less than a month. It was a very great process that you took me through. And now we have a type form that people can opt into. Put out their contact information, and that funnels them into my backend CRM, where I'm able to track and monitor every single lead that is coming through every single day.
Yeah, so Stanley, I mean, what do you think the future holds, right? Because we do a lot of talking about like AI, automation, etc. Where do you think things are going in the future with AI?
Man, my brain gets blown every time I think about where things are going with AI. Because even in such a short period of time, I think OpenAI came out in right after COVID or during COVID. I think it came out right after COVID.
Hmm.
And in the short span of
Hmm.
time that OpenAI was made public, AI just took off. Let me give you an example, right? I have a friend who has a business called Mosey, and Mosey is an autonomous vehicle organization. So he literally used AI to create vehicles that can drive on their own without needing a driver. So now Mosey has rolled out all over Texas. They have partnerships and contracts with the Department of Defense, and they are now the leading autonomous vehicle for the FIFA World Cup and for the Super Bowls. So when people go to these events, instead of them parking a car and walking to the stadium, Mosey will go pick them up and take them to the stadium. And this is all done through AI. AI can visually see everything around the car so that it knows if a dog is running in front of the car, it knows if somebody's riding a bike, if there's a kid around, and it's able to make decisions and think in real time just from a driving standpoint. Not only that, I mean, we
Right.
can create avatars for ourselves using AI. We have Chat GPT, Grok, there's Gemini. There's so many different AI tools that we can use to it just basically thinks. It's kind of like having a human by your side. And now with the Tesla robots and these autonomous robots that can wash your dishes, take out the trash, cook food for you, make your bed. I mean, I'm very excited about where AI is going. Not only for the AI that's going to help us out in business, but AI that's going to help us out in real life. And I don't want to say too much, but one thing I will say is one of my, I don't want to say fears, but one of my concerns is getting old and not having anyone around to take care of you, right? So we see
Mhm.
a lot of people in nursing homes right now that are elderly and they don't really have anyone around them to take care of them. And I think with the way AI is going, that's not going to be an issue anymore because when you're old, you're going to have an AI that's going to be right next to you, helping you get out of bed, making sure you don't trip and fall and break your bones, helping you make
Mhm.
some food. And that's something I'm very excited about because can you imagine being old and having an AI that's able to take care of you? And you don't need to rely on a caretaker. You don't need to bother your kids anymore to take care of you. So with the way that AI is going, I am very excited to see just how far we can take things in the artificial intelligence space.
Bro, I think literally we're going into a crazy age here with artificial intelligence. We talked about like the receptionists, the cold callers, lead qualifiers, all of those different AIs are then coming in with the ability to be able to have real conversations with people. And so I'm really excited about like implementing that into our current tech stack as well, just seeing how we can help businesses get to the customers that they actually need to get to faster. I think qualification of leads is going to be huge for conversation agents. I think appointment setting is going to be huge for conversation agents. Um, we already have the texting agents, and we also have like some general analysis agents available. So I was speaking to one of my mentors, and he was telling me about the need for sentiment analysis in the market. So using AI to basically search the internet for a particular narrative and then feeding that narrative. I won't
Yep.
say what particular industry he's in, but you can imagine how powerful that would be for certain positions. So yeah, it's exciting, man. It's exciting. What I do have a question. What kind of agent do you think would be useful in your business? The finance space, the mindset space, the credit space, the funding space, general financial business space, where do you think that AI agents would be most effective?
I mean, look, at this point, AI can literally do anything that a human can do. All right. IBM just laid off 8,000 people in their HR department and replaced them all with AI. And
Mhm.
in my industry that I'm in, when a lead comes in, obviously I'm talking to the lead and they're asking me, "Hey Stanley, how do I get started?" And I tell them, "Hey, Chris, go to my website, click on Get Started Now, fill out the form, and once you're in the form, you will then get an email with the next directions to take. And AI can do that for me, right? That is,
Hmm.
what is that? A lead qualification AI, appointment
Hmm.
booking AI, right? So
Hmm.
whenever I
Hmm.
get a message, a text message, Instagram DM, a call, even if somebody calls my phone, an AI agent can pick up and say, "Hey, thank you for calling Stanley's assistant. How can I help you?" And the
Hmm.
AI agent can talk to that person. In the credit industry, AI has now taken over to helping people fix their credit as well, sending out dispute letters, disputing their negatives. In the trading industry, I mean, we already know about automated trading bots. So now putting an AI in the industry, just like you said, that's able to analyze the sentiment in the market and make trading decisions, very huge factor. So AI can literally do anything and everything a human is currently doing or was previously doing, and they are
Hmm.
100% replaceable.
Right. 100%. 100%. And I'm glad that we agree on that because a lot of people believe that, that we're still going to have the same job sector in the next year, not even the next 5 or 10 years, brother. Like it's not even possible anymore. I think, the main thing for human beings is to have one, a personal brand, and two, to have a skill related to um, connections, right? So are you, do you have a good network, right? It's not enough to be a software engineer. It's not enough to be a salesperson. You kind of have to have an understanding of all of these things, right? Because we have AIs that can do coding, we have AIs that can do sales, but we don't have people that know how to integrate these systems. We don't have people that know how to actually communicate with other human beings, right? So business is still done through word of mouth, it's still done through communication. So having a personal brand, having people that trust you, having people that know you, and having skills are actually what's going to take you from zero to hero in the next like year or so. Because most of these jobs, like you mentioned, IBM laying off so many people, like it's the employment market is just going to go to a different space completely. Do you agree?
I absolutely, I absolutely agree because from a CEO standpoint and a business standpoint, why would I hire somebody and pay them a certain amount of money just for them to do half as good of a job as an AI can do in a very cost-effective manner, in a very timely, efficient manner, and just speed things along? Like there is no reason to hire a human anymore, unless the only reason to hire a human is because we care about humans and we want to give them a job. But when it comes to
Yeah.
business, right? At the end of the day, our bottom line is making sure the customers meet their demands, making sure the customers get results, and making sure the business that we're running is profitable, so that we stay afloat and we can continue to serve and help and service more people. So if that's the bottom line, and AI can help us achieve that bottom line, then what is the reason for us to be able to hire employees that's not going to help us meet the bottom line?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like it's all about return on investment, right? And if you're looking at something to invest in 2025, there's no better place or no better subject matter than AI and AI agents, right? So I think the application of this is going to grow exponentially. I think the market right now is still kind of small. Not too many people have started implementing real AI agents into their business. They might be playing with the idea. There might be a few business owners that have made a decent fortune from this yet, but I believe that we are still very, very early into the game. And if the businesses who are listening to this, business owners who are listening to this, think about how you can apply AI agents into your business right now. In fact, you can go to our landing page and talk to our AI agent, Lisa, and she'll give you some real advice on how you can actually apply AI agents to your specific business. So azukalabs.com for access to Lisa. And yeah, I mean, Stanley, bro, this was completely amazing. Thank you so much for actually taking the time to speak to us today. Do you want to shout out anything, bro? You have anything coming up that you want the people to know about?
I mean, there's a lot coming. I'm very excited about where the future is going. I'm very excited for everything that I'm continuously learning on a daily basis. I'm proud to have you as a friend and as a business partner, because whenever I have a question anything that's related to automation, AI, any type of automations that I need in my business. You're the first person I go to, and I say, "Hey, Chris, can you help me out with this? Can you help me out with that?" And we find the solutions together, and we incorporate that into our business. So I think having a friend and a partner like you right now is very critical, because where we are right now, it's where Bitcoin was in 2011, 2012. We haven't even hit the peak yet, right?
Mhm.
So everything that's happening with automation right now is in the early stages. And when we're gonna look back on this 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, we're gonna be like, man, that was one of the most revolutionary times of our lives. It's like going from dial-up to now having, fast speed internet that doesn't get shut down when we pick up the phone to talk, right? So
Mhm.
we are now about to hit that peak momentum that's literally going to catapult us into that next stratosphere. And I think everything that we're working on together in integrating AI automation is going to take us to that next level. And anyone that's watching this, I highly recommend and urge you to do your business, to think how AI can take you to that next level, because it really can, and incorporate that. And reach out to my man over here, Chris, with Azuka Labs, azukalabs.com, so that you can go and talk to Lisa and get your advice, get your information that you need, so you can take your business to that next level. And I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for having me on this call. And I'm looking forward to continuously doing more business with you and working with you and seeing how far we can really take our personal life and our business to that next level.
Yes, indeed, brother. To the moon and beyond. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Peace.
Let's get it.